Hi, I'm Liv and we're here today at the sunny Brecon Beacons National Park, where we've headed after we collected the ID.5 from Capital Volkswagen. Now the ID.5 is the latest and largest SUV in the ID collection. Let's take a look at it. So at first looks, the ID.5 does look very similar to the ID.4, with its smooth looking front, these IQ headlights and the LED strip that runs across the front of the car. But there are some slight differences. For example, this curve here that's finished in the same colour as the body of the car. In this case, we've got King's Red. And we've also got this cladding that runs across the side of the car, again, finished in the same colour as the body of the car. But one of the main differences is actually at the rear of the car. So moving along to the rear of the car, we have this sweeping roofline that really gives it that sporty stance. And that's met by the spoiler, which in my opinion is probably one of the biggest differences on the ID.5, and it really follows with that sporty theme. We then have these LED lights, which play a really nice little animation when you lock and unlock the car. So stepping into the ID.5, the first thing that becomes so obvious is the comfort of this car. So it has these leather looking seats, which aren't actually real leather, it's recycled materials. And my personal favourite, the armrest. They're just so comfy. There's also so much storage in this car with 2 cup holders here, a storage box here with spaces that you can change, a wireless charging pad, and the best bit is the lid to cover all your mess up. But comfort and convenience aren't the ID.5's only trick. The tech in here is incredible. So we've got the infotainment system here, which is actually bigger than the ID.4 with a 12-inch screen compared to the previous 10-inch. We've got this heads-up display, which is really bright and clear, but we'll have to take a look at that when we're on the road. We've got the haptic controls here and the gear changer right at your fingertips. I think this is a really convenient positioning that might take some getting used to, but it's just a really convenient feature. But they aren't the only screens in the ID.5. If you take a look up, we have this enormous panoramic sunroof, which has an electronically controlled visor. You can use these buttons here, or actually use the infotainment system to control it. So another cool feature about the ID.5, and a really convenient one if you ask me, is keyless entry and go. So I enter the car and I don't even have to press the start button. I can simply select the gear I want and drive off. And it's the same when I stop the car. As soon as I take my weight off this seat, it recognises that and it will lock the car for me. It's pretty handy. So stepping into the back of the ID.5, you can see that there is so much space back here. Now you'd think because of the sloping roofline that there would be slightly less headroom, but now I'm only 5'2", and you can see that this wouldn't be a problem for anyone. You can easily fit 3 passengers in the back here, and there is so much legroom thanks to the flat lying floor. Now for convenience, we've got these handy little pockets in the back of the seats. We've got 2 USB-C charging points and the heating controls there. Now my favourite, an armrest with some cup holders and a little hatch that leads to the boot. You can grab your coats, your snacks for the road. It's perfect. Now we're on the road, the first thing that I notice is this amazing visibility that this raised seating position is giving me. And it really doesn't feel like I'm driving a huge car, even though there's so much more space in the back, and the storage of the boot is actually bigger than the ID.4 with 550 litres. So you can fit your family in here, their luggage, and even a week's food shop if you wanted to. Driving through the Brecon Beacons, I don't want to have to take my eyes off this view. It's so beautiful here. And that's where this heads-up display has been perfect. Its clarity and its quality is so good. It's something that I would expect from an infotainment system, much like this one here. Even though the screen is a lot bigger than the ID.4, it's not been distracting in the slightest, and it's shown me absolutely everything I've needed for this drive so far. So I've just made a quick pit stop to Camden Store's farm shop to recharge myself, not the car, because it has so much charge left in it. And one thing that I noticed as I was making my journey here is that on the infotainment system's map, it shows the closest charger and the charging speed. So I can see that just up this road, there's a 22 kilowatt charger. Another great navigation feature is its integration with the ID light bar at the front of the car. Before any turn, it will make an animation in the direction that you're going to need to take. So it makes sure that you never miss a turn. It's just another great feature that the ID.5 has provided us with. Okay, so now for some good to know facts and figures. So what everyone wants to know, 0 to 60. So this car is said to get to 60 miles an hour in 7.2 seconds. It has a battery capacity of 82 kilowatt hours and is said to have a range around 320 miles, but obviously that depends on your driving style. It also has a turning circle of 10.2 meters, which is pretty impressive for a car of this size at 4.5 meters. I mean, what does this all tell us? It tells us that it's a pretty fantastic car to drive. So I've absolutely loved my day today with the ID.5, but if you want to try it out for yourself, why not get in contact with the team at Capital Volkswagen or come down to Capital Volkswagen in Merthyr and try it out for yourself. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and thank you for watching the video today.